여러분 안녕, Ashley입니다, and today we're doing a tarot reading for Vixx Leo. If you don't know, he is my ultimate bias. I love him so much. And it was just his birthday the other day, hence why I'm doing this reading, because nobody asked for it. But I love him, so I'm doing it anyway. Let's see. I don't know, I forgot what I was going to say. I'm still recovering. I'm mostly better, you guys. Still a little congested, but mostly better. He's got a fair number of cards, especially here. It's quite a bit. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what these have to say. For the love of my life. Anyway, let's get into the video. Okay, let's get started with the green ones like we always do. He's got a fair number of these. A lot. There's a lot. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Right off the bat, Pixie. I like this. Pixies are about having fun and not taking things too seriously. It could indicate that maybe you've been having a difficult time, and I know he suffers, like myself, with a little bit of the depression. And given current world situations, and you can't really maybe do things that he's used to doing or seeing the people he's used to seeing, that could make it worse. Not me. I live in this room and my life has changed. Not at all. But for him, maybe. I know he used to like to take walks in the middle of the night through the city, which is probably not safe and I do not recommend. So maybe that helped and he can't do that anymore, but or hasn't been able to for a while. But yeah, this card just reminds you to have fun once in a while and not take everything too seriously. Maybe he's focusing too much on work and not so much his personal life or things he enjoys doing in his downtime, hobbies or whatever. Maybe he should get a hobby that's a little less aggressive than the boxing. Something that, you know, like boxing can be fun. I'm sure that's why he does it. Maybe pick something else. Try something else. Something that's not punching somebody in the face. Anyway, next one. Ooh, Changeling in reverse. This card indicates that maybe he should, and this has come out for a couple of other ones too, a couple idols recently, about maybe talking to a younger person about something that's bothering you or an issue you're having, a situation you're dealing with. Yogi, maybe? You know, I mean, he's one of the older members, so it really could be any of the guys, but, you know, Yogi's the youngest one, so maybe he needs to hang out with him a little bit more. Okay, like this. This has come out a lot too recently. The Harvest Festival, which indicates, oh god, that was gross, sorry you guys. Success through hard work, which we know he's really obviously dedicated and hardworking. Yeah, it indicates completion, so maybe he's working on something and he's getting close to finishing it, and maybe that's what these two are about. You know, he's working too much, he needs to remember to relax, and maybe if he's stuck on something, ask somebody that's maybe a little bit younger that maybe sees things a little bit differently than he does. Okay, here's the next one. Will-o'-the-wisp. Will-o'-the-wisp in reverse can indicate unreliability and broken promises, or friends who turn out to not be such good friends. Maybe that's this. Talk to someone younger and see what they think about a situation. So it could be he has a friend or somebody in his life that recently maybe doesn't seem as good a friend as they once were, or maybe he's just noticed that they're a little bit maybe shady or unreliable. Like he asks him, hey, can you help me with this? And then they can't or don't show up or whatever. Unicorn. I like seeing this one, the unicorn. This came out recently too for somebody else. Unicorns indicate hope and joy and great blessings. Also, they can indicate, which might be something he deals with, anxiety. You know, whatever has his anxiety up is going to be releasing itself. So it could be this potentially unreliable person. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Jack Frost. Jack Frost indicates unexpected changes. Sudden unexpected changes or setbacks, but he could also indicate a person. Could be really anybody, but Jack's a guy, so they lean towards the male, but it really could be anybody in his life that is strongly opinionated but doesn't necessarily stick to their views. Like, you know, today they can be like, oh yeah, well, I hate this, but tomorrow they'll love it, you know, and be equally strongly opinionated both directions. But Jack is also unreliable. So I think there's somebody in his life he thought he could count on, but he can't. This person is inconsistent. They're easily bored. And, you know, like I said, you think you can count on them, and then it turns out you can't. I think he's got something like that going on right now. I don't like that. That sucks. Okay. This card in reverse indicates pressure on a relationship. So it could be a friendship, you know, and you feel pressure about dealing with this person who has become somebody that you can't count on, that you can't rely on. And, like, what's the point of having friends if you can't rely on them? If they're not there when you need them, you know, why are they around? You know? Yeah, because she could also indicate indecision or contradictory feelings. So, and that, I think, is what happens when you go through, like, a ending of a friendship or something like that, where, really any kind of relationship, you have to, before you do anything, you have to sit down and be like, well, they were a good friend here, but they're not a good friend now, and, you know, I've known them for so long, and what do you do? Alright. Last one for this pile. Oh, yeah. Okay. There's definitely, with this queen, she indicates overwhelming feelings or overestimating your problems, but she can also indicate an actual person. This card is female, so that's what they lead with, but it really could be any gender. But again, she indicates unreliability. And people who are untrustworthy, or someone who is unstable. That's the word. Unstable. Huh. Yeah, I think that there's somebody in his life, could be a friend, could be somebody he's working with, that is becoming more and more unreliable. And he's not sure what to do about it. So he needs to talk to somebody. Usually this indicates somebody younger, but really probably anybody, and get like an outside opinion. So, Huh. Yeah. That's it for this pile. Interesting. I wonder if this theme is going to continue for the next two. I hope not. I don't want him to have to deal with people like that. That sucks. Nobody should have to deal with things like that. Anyway, let's move on to the next pile. Okay, pile number 2. Let's see what it has for Leo. Okay. 4 of Wands in reverse. 4 of Wands, when it's in reverse, can indicate conflict with others, which goes back to what we saw in this pile about maybe somebody not being totally trustworthy or honest or reliable, you know. But it can also indicate transition or reaching a personal goal. But it could, you know, could all be happening while also being uncertain about a relationship or having conflict with other people. Yeah, he might have somebody who's unreliable, right? Like these 2 cards indicate, and it's causing conflict, and he's uncertain about this person, but he maybe has to go through dealing with this to go through a transition or a personal change that'll make him happier in the long run. So whether it's confronting that person or cutting them out of your life, doing whatever you have to do to deal with this situation to find your inner peace, your inner harmony, things like that. Okay. So he's definitely maybe has some sort of issue going on with somebody, it looks like. Ooh, Ace of Wands. Like that. Wands indicate creative energy, and all aces indicate inspiration or new opportunities and growth, but this is like creative growth, right? Talks about potential for new projects if there's something he's been wanting to do, an idea he's had that maybe he wasn't sure about or was putting off because he didn't feel like it was the right time. Now's the right time. Yeah, because he might have, like, I'm pretty sure he's still doing his military service because he went quite a bit after and then just got out. But maybe he's been talking to people because he's not really like in the military like N was, but you know, so maybe he is still talking with people in a work type of environment, a creative type of environment. That could also be where the conflict comes from. Maybe he is trying to work with somebody and they've become unreliable. But he's definitely got new opportunities coming his way, which is always nice to see. So even if it is a work-related issue with this other person, he isn't going to take a loss from that. Let's see what the next one is. Ooh, okay. Yeah. 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups is about options, choices, having many, clearly, obviously, 7 options. Yeah, so it's multiple options, and usually the cards have, like, show all different things, like one has money, one has a snake, whatever, all kinds of different stuff in it. It's about having so many options that you can't really be sure what's good and what's bad. But it's telling you to use your intuition, and make sure you're making the choice that's best for you. Like, something might look all nice and shiny and be like, oh yeah, that would be great, but it's not really what I should do, you know? In the long run, it's not really going to help me or benefit me in any way. It would just be like fun for 5 seconds. And the 7 of Cups says, you've got a lot of choices. Make sure you're making the right one. Make sure you're making the right choice for you and future you and what's going to benefit you later on. So I think because he's got this first, he's got a lot of opportunities. He sees them and he's having a hard time choosing. I want to know what your options are. I want to know what you're doing because I'm nosy. Let's see what the next one is. Ooh, okay, yeah. 9 of Wands, more creative energy. This is all about the creative energy right here. I like that. And this one maybe sketchy person. The 9 of Wands is about persistence and courage and whatever it is that he wants to do, whatever choice he's made. Maybe he's recently made a choice from one of his many opportunities and he's been working on something. But this says, like, you know, you're not far off from the goal that you want. It's, I don't want to use the word conflict. It's not a conflict card, but it means that other people, might be against you. So whoever this is might not fully support whatever choice he makes. And maybe, you know, as the unreliable person, trying to steer him in the opposite direction. But this card indicates that there are people who support you and you don't need negative Nancy over here, right? I like that. So it's telling him to, when it comes to, I believe when it comes to whatever choice he makes from this, you know, that he needs to be persistent and brave and confident in his choice. Even if you've got this over here in the background, maybe playing on his depression or whatever, being like, you sure you want to do that? Do you think you can do that? You know, because this person seems, because it came up so much, the unreliable, untrustworthy person, that seems like the kind of person this is. One of those people that's seeing you do well and they don't like it, so they try to hold you back because they're doing nothing. I've dealt with people like that. You know, and they see the choice that's best for you and the choice that you want to make and realize it's not going to help them in any way, so they don't want you to do it. And they'll say whatever they have to say to talk you out of it. I think that's this person. But this card indicates do not listen to them. Because there are other people who love you and support you and hate this person probably because they see what they're doing. And that you need to be, Leo needs to be the brave, strong lion that he is. Let's see. Ooh, yeah. 4 of Cups. I like that. Okay. 4 of Cups is about contemplation, meditation, even reevaluating. So maybe he's realizing this person is full of shit and he's reevaluating Yeah, with this one. The conflict with others, uncertain about a relationship card. With this, reevaluate, I think is like he's reevaluating himself, the people in his life, the choices he's making, the things he wants to do. Because this card, usually the imagery on this card is a person sitting against a tree with 3 cups knocked over and a hand coming in out of nowhere from this side. Like, you're only seeing the bad, you're not seeing the good that's being offered to you. You know? So this person, like I said, could be talking to him saying whatever, and he's not realizing, hey, no, things are okay. There's other things over here. Don't listen to that one. You know, which plays into this card, right? This resilience card, and you know, you have people who support you and want what's best for you, and you don't need that nonsense. This card, the 4 of Cups, can also indicate the ending of a relationship. I almost forgot that. I think whoever this person is out of the picture, or very soon to be out of the picture. I want to know who it is. I'd like to know. Like I said, I'm nosy. But he's my favorite, and I don't want anybody making him upset. Not that I can do anything about it. But I think he's realized maybe this person's holding him back. This person's just all for themselves, and whatever you can do for them is great, but whatever you do for yourself is strange or unnecessary or ridiculous, or what are you even doing that for anyway? Like, I've had people say that kind of stuff to me before. I've had somebody say, why are you learning to do that? What are you going to do with it anyway? None of your damn business. I'll do what I want, is the answer you give people. So maybe that's that kind of person, and he is now aware, and he's like, I've had it. That's enough. You need to go, because you have become a hindrance to me, and I'm going to choose what's best for me. Because the 4 of Cups also says make sure, like the other card, make sure you are making the right choice for you. Because at the end of the day, that's the only thing that matters. You know, don't do something for somebody else. Do it for you. Let's see what the next one is. Page of Cups. This has been coming out a lot too lately in the last few readings. Actually, let me hold on to that. The Page of Cups is all about possibility and curiosity, and also opportunities. He's got a lot about options and opportunities, and maybe trying something different, and growth potential. He's got the space and the energy now, if he makes the right choice, to expand himself, to grow as a person, perhaps as an artist. That would be nice. But I like any time he puts out anything. Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff about unexpected opportunities, so he might be offered something he hasn't thought of, or something he thought he wouldn't ever get a chance to do. And maybe this person was trying to hold him back from that because they're a loser and they suck. I shouldn't say that. I don't know who it is, and that's a mean thing to say. But facts is facts. If the cards say you want an unreliable person, use an unreliable person. I just wish I knew which person it was. Yeah, Page of Cups also indicates embracing your inner child and remembering how to have fun, and maybe doing something that helps you explore a new part of yourself. So yeah, maybe that's what he's doing. Maybe he's going to try something new, something different. Maybe that's what stands out to him in all of his options. And it never hurts to try anything new. You do it once, it doesn't work out, you don't do it again. And then, you know, like Vixx did with their, I don't know if you all remember their black lipstick situation. They like to pretend it didn't happen, but, you know, there are photos. I have honestly seen them pretend like they don't know what they're talking about in interviews when they're asked about it, but photos exist. You can find it, and it very much happened. But, you know, if he tries something new and it doesn't work out, it won't be detrimental to him. In fact, if anything, I think it'll be a benefit. But if it doesn't end, then hey, you don't do it again. No big deal. Last one in this pile. The Two of Coins is about balance. Obviously, because it's two. Having multiple priorities, which I'm sure he does. This comes out for idols a lot too, because they all have so much going on all the time. But it also reminds you of make sure you're managing your time well. It kind of goes hand in hand, kind of with this one, you know, because pages are about reconnecting with your inner child. So maybe make sure you're managing your time well. It's not all work, 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 work. Make sure you take time to have fun. Okay? Because that I get sucked into what I'm doing. Like, it's obviously like nowhere near what all he does, but I'm the kind of person that if I'm doing something, that's the only thing that I think to do. I don't, unless I have to, like if I'm trying to upload and my internet doesn't work, or I'm trying to film and my battery dies, if there's something that immediately hinders me from doing what I need to do, that's what I'm doing, you know? My sister laughed. She goes, how does it take you 12 hours to drink a coffee? It's like, because I'm doing something and it's over here on the table, and if I don't see it, I'm not picking it up. I'm worried about getting things done that I need done. You know, I won't stop to eat. I'll forget that this drink is over here. If I don't have something that I absolutely have to do other than this is it. So Leo and I are, I've noticed over the last years that personality-wise, we seem, from what I see of him, very similar. So maybe he's got that issue, and that's why this card comes up, because it also indicates maybe rushing around or being busy. It also means choices, because you have two options here. So again, he's got options coming up, which obviously he definitely has some kind of choice to make. Maybe it doesn't even necessarily have to be a work choice. It could be a choice about this person, whether or not to cut this person out of his life. But he got this end of a relationship card. So I think he's made the choice and this person's gonna go. Yeah. This card is about choices, which could be this person, it could be a work choice. It's about adaptability. So he maybe has to, whatever choice he makes, obviously things are going to be different and he's going to have to adapt to that, but he's managing his time and making sure he's like emotionally balanced, mentally balanced. You know, make sure you're not in an all work and no play type situation is going to be important too. Keep coming back to that person. I wish I could figure out who it is, but that's not how it works. They don't give you names. Anyway, let's get into pile number 3. Okay, pile number 3. Also, I don't know if you guys can hear the rain in the background, but if you didn't know, I live in Florida and we are in the middle of a tropical storm, potential hurricane situation. I mean, it's fine. Everything's fine. It's no big deal. But, it's been pouring rain and windy as shit on and off all day. I can hear it. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Anyway, this is the last pile for Leo's reading, but he's got a buttload of cards. This particular deck always seems to have a lot to say, versus this one that literally one card fell out and it took forever. But yeah, let's see. Let's see what kind of goodness we get in this one. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is the happy family card. I love seeing this in a reading because it indicates that the person the reading is about is happy. They're surrounded by love. You know, they're sharing their happiness with everyone, especially their family. They're spending time with family, which we've actually seen. He posted a video on YouTube about him going and seeing his parents, which is nice. They obviously love him. They have a complete shrine of his work in their home, which is not uncommon, but also a little bit creepy. But I think it's sweet that they display all of his stuff, and you know, it's adorable and I love it. But, yeah, the 10 of Cups is all the love and happiness in the world. But it also is a card that says to appreciate what you've achieved and to make sure you're following your heart, which we kind of saw in the previous pile about making choices that are best for you and not what somebody else wants you to do. So he needs to make sure he's following his heart, still appreciating the things that he has, and he's taking the time out, right? Like this said, time management and balance, and taking the time out to spend with people who love and support you, because as you know, the previous deck said, he's got lots of people who love and support him. He's already spending time with family, or has recently spent time with family, which the 10 of Cups, like if you look up the meaning, it literally says spend time with people who share your blood, people who are your family. And who's more your family than your parents, right? So I love seeing that. And it means, you know, he's sharing his happiness and love with other people because he wants others to be happy too. Okay. The World. The World in reverse is not bad. The World upside down can indicate closure on a personal matter. Ooh. Closure on a personal matter. Ooh. The ending of this relationship brings closure on a personal matter. Ooh. Yeah. So it's whoever this is done or will soon be done. And he will have closure and he gonna be happy about it. Yep. Love it. Love to see it. Cut those negative Nancys the hell out. Okay, next. Next is the Hanged Man, which is seeing things from a new perspective. Letting go of something, or trusting your intuition. Could even be reassessing or reevaluating something. Could be reassessing a friendship. Reassessing a friendship. That brings closure. This card is also in reverse, letting go of your past. So if this person's in the past, he might still be thinking about it. Maybe wondering if he made the right choice. If you've seen my other videos, you know this light bulb is haunted. I turned the speaker off, but it keeps talking anyway. So ignore her. She's crazy. Anyway. Yeah, it can also mean don't lose sight of things or don't get frustrated if things don't go exactly how you planned it. So I don't think anybody plans cutting people off. You know, having a friend like that in the first place and then having to cut people out. But it brings closure on a personal issue. You know, which in turn you have him that indicates a pause or letting go of this situation. Could be, maybe. It all seems like it goes pretty hand in hand. Because he's getting a lot of cards about making a choice and letting go and reevaluating. And quite a few things of the unreliable. Even, where is it? Even this, the Changeling. It came out in reverse, which means talking to somebody younger about a situation. So maybe like talking to somebody about like, hey, let me tell you this. Let me tell you what this person said to me. Let me tell you what they did and get your opinion. But right side up, the Changeling is all about things or people not being who they seem. So either way, this card that card fits in here. Because even the right side up version is about somebody not showing their true self. Because if you don't know what a changeling is like, I don't want to, not fairy baby, like a goblin type of creature. They steal a human baby and leave a changeling in its place that looks like your human baby, but it's really this goblin demon creature. You know? Maybe seemed like a nice friend, but it's really a goblin demon creature. Just saying. Could be. Yeah. I think he's dealing with a little questionable situation. Or, you know, reevaluating a relationship, a friendship. That needs to end. It needs to end. And it was just his birthday. I hope he did this before his birthday, so he's got one less thing to worry about and can actually enjoy the day. But if not, I hope he does it soon. But got another two. Twos are always choices. Two of Swords swords are about your mind and thinking, right? So, the Two of Swords is about indecision or having to make a choice. Possible confusion, like maybe he doesn't understand why this person is suddenly like acting this way. Or he's not sure what to do. Like it came out, he needs to get rid of this person. And honestly, anytime somebody proves themselves to be unreliable or untrustworthy or all around sketchy, they need to go. No one needs that. Can also, you know what? Because the Two of Swords traditionally is like a blindfolded lady with the two swords, right? It can also be about looking at things a different way. Just like he is about looking at things from a new perspective or a different way. And a lot of the times if this was a close friend, like a good friend, and they turn out to not be such a good friend, your perspective on things has to change. The way you see them changes. The way your relationship is changes. It either you confront them and you work it out, or you cut them from your life, which is the indication we got with this one here. The fact it's done over, goodbye, you've lost your chances. It's about, this card could also is another one that could indicate intuition. Like he knows he's got to do something about it. And I think he will. I mean, it came out that he is... The way cards work is they read energy. And given the current choices he's made, this is the direction he's headed. If he maintains this energy and this path he's currently on, if he doesn't just decide to ignore this person's behavior and go on about life, if he decides, yeah, I'm going to do something about it, this is what's going to happen. He right now is maybe right in this moment indecisive about it, but it seems like he's leaning towards you gotta go. And Nuna 10 out of 10 supports that. I don't know who this person is, but I don't like them. I really don't. Anyway, next one, Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay. Cups are creative energy. The Knights are motion towards creative energy. But there's also a lot of like personal traits that come along with this card. This person is kind and caring and compassionate, and I think that's him. We've seen how he is with animals and babies. It's sweet and adorable. Which indicates that he is a kind and caring person, right? Anybody who's kind to animals and babies has to be, right? Like a kind of, I mean, I take care of babies, and I like to think I'm a kind of, honestly, I'm kind of a bitch sometimes, but only with other grown people. Okay, I expect more from grown people than toddlers. But this card, again, says you are guided by your intuition. So he's trusting his instincts to deal with this situation. And that he's got the ability to make his dreams a reality, which we've already seen him do on My Doll and with Vixx, and whatever other choices he has made, you know, musical theater, he's done really well at. So, this card's telling you, explore your passions. Which he's gotten that in one of the previous piles too, to explore your passions. Explore your passions, follow your heart. He might need to cut this person out in order to do that. And the Knight of Cups reminds you that you are capable of that. He can do this. He's done it before. He can do it again, as long as he trusts his intuition, follows his heart, makes the choices that are right for him. You know, and I like it. Okay, next. We've only got 4 more left. Oh, more swords. Okay, 4? That's a 4. 4 of Swords. 4 of Swords is about, this kind of goes back to the happy family. Make sure you're taking time out and spending time with people who love you, people who care about you, your family, because 4 of Swords indicates taking time to rest, or Making sure you don't get exhausted or burnt out. Or, you know, like, make sure you're not trying to do everything at once. Or, you know, be like me and spend 12 hours doing this and not doing anything else, like hydrating or eating or something, because don't recommend it. Do as I say, not as I do, okay? But, you know, 4s are about stability. You know, like, for something to be balanced and stable, you need 2s or multiples of 2s, which is 4. Except for those weird stools that are like 3-legged, but I don't trust them. So this is another card that reminds you to stay balanced and, like, don't focus too much on one aspect of your life and neglect other aspects of your life. Because things are good. He's got good people in his life that love him. His family, you know, obviously will always love him. And he needs to remember to take time out for them. Or take time out just for yourself. Let's see. Oh, we get, oh. Where are you? We get the Page of Cups again. Which goes with the last one. About embracing your inner child. Taking time out to have fun. Making sure you're not all work and no play type situation. He can also tell you to embrace your curiosity. So, say there's something he's been on the fence about, or something that's different, and he's like, oh, I wonder what it would be like to do that. But, like, you know, you don't think it's something that you'll ever actually do or get the opportunity to do, which could be any of the choices that it's come up. But Page of Cups is the anything is possible card. And, you know, like I said earlier, with, earlier in this pile, I said, I just forgot. Sorry. Yeah, if you want to try something and it doesn't work out, or you don't like the end result, don't do it again. You know, that's kind of this card. Anything is possible. Be curious. Try something new. If it don't work out, you don't do it again. That's just it. Last two. We're on the last two. King of Cups. Okay. King of Cups is an emotionally balanced person, a compassionate, we got that, with the Knight, too, didn't we? Compassionate, caring, imaginative, kind. He's this, but he's very balanced. He makes choices logically, heart and mind. That's the kings overall. They're well-rounded. That's why they're kings. They're the King of Cups, because cups are the emotional cards. Might lean a little bit with their heart. They trust their intuition more. They use their logic, but also their gut to help them make choices, and they lean more, they trust their gut more than their mind. But this card says, you know, don't let things get to you. The kings do not let things bother them. Nothing gets to a king, right? Because he's a king. Just like Leo is named for lions. Kings of the friggin' jungle. Don't let this get to you. Don't let, if he has a lot of options, don't let your options overwhelm you. Trust that you can make a competent decision based on your heart, your mind and your heart and your intuition. That you're going to come out making the best choice for you. Last one, you guys. Ten of Pentacles. I love this, and I love that it's the last one. The Ten of Pentacles is about wealth, financial success, long-term success, security, accomplishment, which we already know he's capable of accomplishing things. He's done it. Creating a lasting foundation to build on, to grow on. And, you know, it indicates that you are secure, you are comfortable, and he wants other people around him that he cares about, the people he cares about, his family, to also be comfortable and successful. And I love that. I love that it's the last one, because I think this is out, gone, or very soon to be gone, and it's going to cause him to make wonderful decisions for himself, for his family. He's going to thrive, everybody's going to be happy, and everything's going to be great. And he's going to maybe try some new things, try something a little different, maybe, kind of, who knows? I would love to see, well, I love anything that he does, so, yeah, he's establishing a good foundation. He's been for the last several years, but I think he's getting rid of the negativity in his life. He's focusing on himself and what's best for him, and he is going to really flourish and grow. And all the choices he makes are going to be freaking wonderful, and I can't wait to see what he does. So yeah, that's it for my Leo's reading. And if you've liked this, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if there's a reading you'd like to see. You can follow me on social media. My names are in the description box down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.